not every train. The train is mine. It is where I eat breakfast and apply my face, where I sleep off work so that I can put on bright and merry for my family who don't like seeing dark rings. It is where I dream about my worries and desires. It is where I laugh and cry at dog-eared books and earnest podcasts that I wouldn't otherwise have time for. The train is my home, mine. Partly because in the anonymous commuter hour, nobody is watching me, not on an inner-city train. The grind of the rails is a static safety net for the introverted and overworked. This is where we can be ourselves. Sometimes we just stare vacantly out of the window into our laps, a communal exercise designed for the individual. Although the route I take is the same each day, the trains themselves vary. Yet the extruded plastic seats and psychedelic fabric designs are repeated with such uncanny similarity that it is as if all trains are connected by a thread of time and space. So that when I lean against the glass partition for support, I'm leaning against all glass partitions on every train, being held by each of those huge and indestructible machines, their collective consciousness speaking in a Morse code of hurrying railway sleepers, speaking to each other and to me. They tell me I am safe, that there will always be a destination for me, that if I board at A, B will soon arrive. For me, the railways are a measure of control, a way to contain the labyrinthine city that swings ever further out of my hands. As long as I belong to the trains, I know where I'm going. But slowly, I realize the trains operate beyond my knowledge. At night, I hear them, my train and its siblings, ricocheting from borough to borough, their squeals as drivers brake them too hard, or their galloping laughter as they haul freights and passengers. I sense them other places too, their thunder shaking the ground under my feet in the park, or the telltale crack of overhead wires beyond a row of houses, sometimes just a far-off horn and a whisper of track, shuck, 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 shuck. Obsessively, I try to trace every one of them, catch them and memorize their timetables so that I can speak their language fluently. But they cannot all be found. I hear trains even when I know there can't be any, unknown ghosts on lines that do not exist, imagined heartbeats in the cadaver metropolis growing around me. And I have to relinquish myself to the greater master of us all, the city itself, which we cannot avoid, and which forces us to make the cold and lonely steel of the trains our home.